Warning, warning, spoilers for Danganronpa 2 and maybe 1, I don't really remember. Hello everyone and welcome back to the long-awaited show where I talk about whatever I want, whenever I want. Today, we're talking about the sequel to a very oh, wait, actually, not a lot of people cared about that video. I guess. Danganronpa 2. Now, this may be a hot take, but Danganronpa 2 is a huge improvement from Danganronpa 1. With its colorful characters, excellent kills, and fun class trials, Danganronpa 2 improves on nearly every aspect of Danganronpa 1, with the exception of maybe its tone, which could easily be up for debate. Especially because, all things considered, Danganronpa 1 and 2 are literally like night and day from each other. Danganronpa 2 is a visual novel published by Spike Chunsoft and was first released in Japan on July 26, 2012. But it was released for the PlayStation Portable. If you want to learn a little bit more about Danganronpa as an entire series, I implore you to watch my review on the series as a whole, rather than this video here. But anyways, since we're here to discuss specifically Danganronpa 2, let's get specific. Let's think back. Imagine a game, literally about killing teenagers, that's renowned and loved by its fans for its excellent atmosphere, chilling tone. Then throw all that shit out the window because this game is absolutely none of that. This game, taking a massive departure from the tone of the first game, takes place on a fucking beach resort, yet still found success in its tone and demeanor? Excuse me? Danganronpa 2 takes a decidedly lighter tone and approach when it comes to our winning teenager killing formula. And despite all of that, I find this game to be much better. The characters are considerably more zany.
For many years now, Ibuki has always dreamed of making a cookie statue of food.
The kills are definitely something. And this time the area they're trapped in is considerably larger. I mean, think about it. The way Danganronpa was creepy was because the cast dwindled, and you felt more and more cramped. Danganronpa 2 does the exact opposite, pulling anxiety out of you by seeing just how big the map is, while having to explore it with less and less people. An approach that honestly made me feel more anxiety than the first game, an anxiety that could only be matched by trying to play this game in public when me comes on screen. But an anxiety that is superseded by playing the game in public, period, because how many provocative moments the horny developers tried to slide in. Danganronpa 2's awkward moments feel like a culmination of a drinking game where the developers got blackout drunk and tried to figure out how many of their personal fetishes they could fit into a game about teenagers and a little girl. Despite that, tone aside, the game is most definitely an improvement from the first one, with the trials being a huge example of that. The minigames, logic, and dialogue being considerably more enjoyable this time around, with there being both new and improved minigames in this installment. Hangman's Gambit being one of them. Oh my god, ow, my eye. Hangman's Gambit being one that the community particularly likes to complain about. Talk action, which takes place of bullet time battle, or BTB for short. Rebuttal showdown, logic dives, and even improvements to the non-stop debate too, which I'll get into in a minute. What I personally find to be the biggest improvement, despite the first game's stellar performance when it comes to its raw entertainment, is the dialogue. You know, Genocide or Show can't carry your whole game. Sometimes you need a little something to really push the boundaries.
You're pretty hard. What?
I mean, for example, each of the characters really knock it out the park with the voice acting this time around. And the characters themselves are actually bearable to listen to, unlike the last game, where every character had to be borderline stupid.
You smell like a big fat ugly donkey!
So that way you'd have statements to shoot your truth bullets at. Or characters like the first game, Leon, who literally had nothing going for them when all you were saying is stupid, 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 stupid. This game, with the introduction of agreeing to statements during non-stop debates, some characters actually can show signs of intelligence that stretch beyond the obvious statements that you can figure out literally by looking at the crime scene.
What's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
While we're on the topic of characters though, why don't we introduce them to you in a super long-winded explanation about their backstories, their super long-winded explanation about their backstories, talents, heights, yeah, so funny. Anyways, here we go. First up, meet Chiaki Nanami. and Hiyoko, and Fuyuhiko, and Ibuki, and Mahiru, and Sonya, and Nekomaru, and Peko, and Mikan, and Kazuichi, and Teruteru, and Gundam, and Akane, and the ultimate... Oh, and Byakuya. Will there be explanation on these characters? No! I don't want to spoil any backstories on these characters of any kind, including their talent. Mechanic, nurser, gamer, breeder, cooker, picture taker, princesser, gymnaster, woman, coacher, swordswomaner, musician, traditional dancer, mafia leader. This guy doesn't even know his talent. That's why you were in the jail cell, dumbass. Oh, and I forgot the ultimate lucky student. Oh, wait, actually, can we go back to Hajime for a second? Meet our protagonist, Hajime Hinata. Compared to the first game, Hajime just has a little bit more personality than that of Makoto. Not to a degree that's even remotely impressive, but it's a level of personality that at least surpasses the previous main character. His whole shtick is that he doesn't know his talent. Deja vu. But I mean, hey, if it wasn't revealed by the end of the story, I'd be convinced that he's the ultimate mathlete. That aside though, he's a lot more enjoyable to play as than the last game. Hajime actually has his own secret and character arc to go through, making it admittedly interesting to see how he finds out his talent and how he copes with it. Albeit, the reveal impacted him less than a certain other character. It's nice to see the main protagonist have growth other than, no, my girlfriend died! As I'm sure you can guess though, there is definitely work to be made, which I hope they fix in the third game. Don't worry, they do. This is also a bit off topic, but I just think Hajime's voice is a lot more enjoyable to listen to than Makoto's mopey Golden Retriever good boy voice. The dynamics between everyone are also a lot more enjoyable than that of the first game. Albeit, the first game was intentionally made to have characters lack synergy with each other. I think the more zany atmosphere of being at a beach or having more unhinged characters makes for a better experience in terms of the goofy Tumblercore Gen Z Zoomer Goomer Coomer core. I can't believe that's a sentence I just said out loud. Aspect of the game. That's not to say that it makes the game objectively better though, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who prefer the characters to be somewhat realistic archetypes of how people would react in a death game. But this is Danganronpa. If you enjoyed Danganronpa, then that's clearly not what you're here for. Because let's be real, Ultimate's fan fiction creator, let's be real with ourselves, this game was never realistic past the third case of the first game. Not by any standard. Maybe some might argue that the game took the wrong route, saying the game is too silly and goofy, and to that, I can agree that there's potential for there to be something else here, but come on. This is Japan. And hey, nobody can argue that, despite anything else, the game is fun. It's entertainment. Which, I'll be honest, is a low bar considering you could say the same thing for a dumpster fire like Rent a Girlfriend. But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Danganronpa 2. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, a lot of college stuff, a lot going on right now, but finally we're back to uploading, hopefully on a consistent basis again. So, yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.